Hello, Big Tech. My name is Aaron, and this is Wattle Labs. Currently, the world is in the grip of an AI bubble, and we're desperate to find a killer app. So the first app is Enterprise Orchestration, or CEO Force Multiplication, and it's reliant on the consulting, the ability of AI to analyze, summarize, and recommend. And to start with, I have to show you a model of an organization. So any organization has an illustrious leader and direct reports, and each one of those direct reports will have more direct reports, and those will have more direct reports. An organization modeled abstractly relies on the CEO to have stated goals. These goals can then be broken down into tasks. So it's within the ability of AI to break down the goals. These goals can be automatically broken into departmental tasks, domain-specific tasks. They can be further broken down into subtasks, all the way down to a singular worker's to-do list. So this app here isn't an email engine. It's not a project management tool. It's not a tool like Jira. It's a combination of all of those things, and it doesn't exist yet. The person can either say they've completed or there's some issue. Furthermore, the person might say there's an opportunity, and they could even nominate an amount. We've got the CEO using AI enterprise orchestration can set a goal. This can be actualized and implemented via to-do lists. The workers can then complete the tasks or raise issues or submit opportunities or problems. Those problems can then be pushed all the way up. The CEO daily could quite simply ask, what are the biggest issues? What are the greatest opportunities? Can we quantify the returns of those opportunities? AI becomes a force multiplier for the CEO. Everything is costed, time is logged. The whole enterprise runs, and it runs without 80% of middle management here. So 80% of the workforce will be made redundant, and the company that creates this app will be effectively changing the way humans work in much the same way that the PC changed the way we work, or the way social media changed the way we interact, or Google search changed the way we access information. This enterprise orchestration enables one CEO to perhaps manage 100,000 staff. There will be people that are required. Obviously, everyone who does work hands-on, they still have a job after the orchestration of the enterprise. Middle managers, they're superfluous to the requirements of an organization in the future. So this is app one. It can reduce cost by, say, 80% in this model. So we could reduce the size of government by 80% by implementing AI enterprise orchestration. This means I will pay 80% less tax. These government workers who were previously doing menial tasks can be freed to go and work on high-speed rail, satellite imagery, sustainable produce, efficient energy. We can unlock, as a population, our government workers and our private sector, so our private and public sector, to work on things that are much more impactful and important to us than paper pushes within huge government organizations or enterprises. The second app uses vibe coding to completely eliminate software distribution. So it works like this. Currently, we have developers making software and then publishing it into various app stores. This then gets consumed by the masses. The issue with this is the software is not what we individually want. It's got features I don't want. It's got features that increase and bloat over time. It's got bugs. There's DLL hell, other things that break, and versioning. It's a complete nightmare. What vibe coding allows us to do is to completely reverse software distribution. There is no software distribution. The OS looks like this. The person clicks on the MPEG. The OS says, I don't know what to do with it. Would you like me to create a viewer for you? It starts playing, but you see that it's in fact windowed, and you go, well, this is no good. You click the augment button and say, I need this to be full screen. And now it hands you a full screen version. So this is fantastic. I'm getting exactly the player that I want. And then you quickly run into the fact that it's Chinese. So again, you click on the augment button and say, can you please translate this in real time? The OS says, yes, I can definitely do that, but you will need a translation partner. It then produces a new app, and it's been translated. It has subtitles. I don't want subtitles. I want it actually dubbed. Again, you click on the augment button, and it makes you a new version, and you're saying, wow, I've now got a dubbed movie player. Done. It's always up to date. Updates now look like applying patches to the underlying capabilities, reintegrating the dubbed movie player just for me, to the version 2 of the API. Make the operating system create the apps that I want. In this case, it was V4 of my player. Over time, I can invest in the ecosystem. I might want to play, is it MKV files? I might want to play something else. I might want to make recording software. I want a text editor, and I don't want Notepad. Like at the moment, Notepad makes me sign in over here. I don't want that. That's not what I want. I don't want all those developers doing stuff. Stop touching it. Don't keep on fiddling with stuff. The same as Office is the classic example. Office with their little Copilot button. What a joke. They've got how many thousand people at Microsoft? The only point of their existence is to make changes to the software. And the software was perfect in 2010. You didn't need to touch it. It was absolutely perfect. You could have taken those developers and put them on something else because Office was really nailed. But they just keep on plugging away. That's their job. Their job is to keep on making software, to keep on making bugs, to keep on adding more and more and more bloat to this thing until in 2025, it's completely unusable. I almost dare anyone to take a file and to try to get automatic numbering done with indentation. Good luck to you. I know it worked in 2010, but today, and then there's Excel. You can't open 2 files with the same file name. This is not what I want. I don't want any of this. And I really just want to basically get rid of you all of Microsoft developers. I don't want you even on my computer anymore. I don't want any of your DLLs. I don't want your SDKs. I don't want you just keep on playing with my Office. I'm just going to ask my little Vibe coding assistant, create a doc editor, export in XML, I don't care, JSON, my document writer. I just want the features that I want. Same as Excel. If you look at Excel, there's 300 buttons that I don't know what any of them do anymore. There's just too much junk in this stuff. I use 1% of, say, Word or Excel. So how about someone makes the operating system for me that I can manifest the tools that I want to do my job in the way I want to do it, rather than just being a victim. It levels the playing field between Microsoft, Linux, and Mac. There will be no competitive difference between platforms. They'll simply provide the Vibe coding interface, and it puts me at the center of everything. I will go and create the editor of my dreams. My toolbar will be just empty, but for the things that only I want, and my software will be super fast. I won't have any malware issues. I won't have this team who just continually wants to destroy the software in front of me and make it worse and worse on a year in, year out basis. But most importantly, it'll enable Linux to compete on an even playing field with both Mac and Microsoft, reinvent the operating system and allow me to manifest the applications and tools that I want. I think these are the 2 apps. One revolutionizes enterprises, and the second one revolutionizes the human-machine interface. That's all I want to say on that. Can someone please make these 2 apps? Thank you very much. Have a good day. Goodbye.